On Monday, I shared a Instagram live with my whole community, literally 100,000 people. Thank you for the 100,000 on IG. I shared how to find a great deal, okay, and then also how to fund a great deal. And I want to share it with you because literally later on that day, after I told people how I was going to do it, for me, I put in the work, and around 7 o'clock that evening, I got a deal on a contract. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action. I remember when I came up with that phrase, I was at my 9-to-9 job. I was selling cars and I was flipping houses on the side. And anytime I wanted to do something, whether that was me getting married, me going to a family reunion, or going to my homecoming at my college, I had to ask for somebody's permission to be able to do it. And then the even harder part came up was, how do I replace my income for that week that I'm gonna be on vacation? As I was learning how to buy and sell houses and make money on the side, I had this good buyer, I'm so grateful for him, Adam Spear, that said, hey man, you can do this. We're about the same age. You can make $1 million. You can be free. You don't have to be at this job to supply all of your needs. You have everything that you need right now in order to take action on your dreams. Just simply have faith, put in the work, and be consistent, okay? Now, so today I wanna share with you what I've learned over the last, 6 or 7 years of how to find discounted property. Meaning, when you buy these properties, you have so much room, you can walk away from closing with a check. Now, one of the strategies that I'm gonna share is literally just selling those properties before you buy them. But after you realize, hey, I don't wanna work as hard, so you wanna keep some of these properties that you find. You wanna be able to get paid monthly on them. I'm gonna share some funding strategies so you can keep these properties, so you can make more on them, so you can get tax deductions, right? So you can become a big boy and own a portfolio that pays you every single month. Okay, so if you're ready for this, go ahead and click the like button, click the subscribe button, and let's get you paid, okay? First, how to find a deal. Okay, the first way we can do it is we can find deals on the MLS, okay, the multiple listing service, through realtors. Now, typically the MLS, is connected with realtors, and they go out and they find clients who have property for sale. Those realtors are typically looking for pretty houses that don't need a lot of work so they can get the maximum amount of value. The way those realtors are paid is by getting the most amount of money for the sellers that they list for so they can get paid the most amount of commission. Are all of the houses on the MLS extremely pretty? No. Okay, so you don't want to find the pretty ones that everybody wants that can get bank financing. You want to find the ones who have like a little distress, okay? And in distress on the MLS is gonna look like maybe most houses in your area sell in 15 to 30 days on the MLS, but you got this one house that's been on the MLS for 120 days. Maybe on the MLS, you'll realize that this house is not gonna pass an FHA loan inspection because the roof has a leaky roof, and you can see like a dark spot on the ceiling in one of the pictures. Maybe just the agent put in the notes that seller is motivated. Maybe you even see that from the pictures that the house just needs some updating, okay? The MLS is gonna be the first place that you can go to find property that you can buy. Now, secondly, we can go find deal finders, okay? We can go find deal finders. Deal finders typically don't have property that's listed on the MLS. Now, these deal finders are not just gonna be easy to find. You're gonna have to really do some searching, digging, and when you find them, you're gonna have to start building a relationship with them as well. Because these deal finders already have people who are buying deals for them, which pays them and helps them keep their business going, okay? Now, who are these deal finders, okay? Who are these deal finders that we can reach out to who always have deals that we can be looking at so we can make offers to buy properties at a discount. Okay, who are these people? Well, you can reach out to probate attorneys. Why probate attorneys? Probate attorneys help heirs who just inherited a property go through the legal process called probate, which makes their property, their descendants' property, their property. Okay, and typically these probate attorneys don't get paid until the estate is settled. And usually an estate settlement, okay, is caused when the property sells. Okay, so why would a probate attorney find a realtor to list their property and then the property might take 4, 5, 6 months to sell, and then the attorneys can't get paid for that long after they finish this long process of probate? They want to sell to a buyer that can close in a couple weeks, a buyer that doesn't mind buying as is, a buyer that doesn't mind giving the heirs 30 days after closing to move their stuff out. So you want to connect with probate attorneys, okay? You also want to connect with property managers, okay? Property managers, especially the larger ones that manage 100 to 1,000 doors, they have a lot of landlords, okay? They have a lot of landlords. And over time, landlords or real estate investors will buy and sell property to either upgrade their properties, right? So they can put money into other ones. They'll buy and sell properties so they can invest into bigger ventures. They'll buy and sell properties because partnerships fall out. Whenever those landlords go to sell, the property managers have to be notified before they can sell the property because tenants are still in the properties, okay? Now, this is the worst thing that can happen for a property manager. Property managers, develops a team, puts in a system, gets clients. They're making money off of the rent that they collect, only to figure out that their landlord is not happy and want to sell one of those properties. So now they're going to have properties falling off of their books. You can present an offer to the property manager that says, hey, look, whenever you have a landlord that wants to sell, that you can reach out to me. I can buy the property from you, Mr. Property Manager. I'll pay you a fee, for sending that deal to me, Mr. Property Manager. And also I'll keep the tenants in place, okay? So that way you can continue to manage these tenants for me. How does that sound? Okay. Now, the last deal finder, and there's definitely some more, but the last deal finder is the wholesaler. Okay. Wholesalers are actively marketing for motivated sellers, bringing in leads, making them offers, getting deals on the contract to sell to people like you who want deals without having to do all of the work. And essentially, you want to jump onto these lists so people can continuously send you deals every single day. Okay, now the last way you can find a deal is simply going direct to seller. Okay, you take the wholesaler spot and you do all of the marketing yourself. So you figure out a campaign like cold calling, text messaging, direct mail, PPC, or any of those others. Go direct to the seller, figure out their pain point, get deals on the contract, and make offers every single day. So that way you can find these particular deals. Now, the finding part is secured, okay, not by money. The finding the deal part is secured by a purchase agreement. If you don't have a purchase agreement, go to my website, thisismetakinaction.com. If you'll wait on the page, a pop-up will come up and you can put in your email and I'll email you my free purchase agreement. Now, when you find these deals, you don't have to necessarily put a deposit down. Sometimes you might have to with a realtor, sometimes you won't, okay? But you'll lock up these deals by having this piece of paper, a purchase agreement. Great, you got the deal locked up. Let's talk about how to fund it now. Okay, so the first way, of course, is just gonna be cash. If you have cash sitting in your account, in my opinion, that's not the best way to do it, but you can definitely do that, okay? Secondly, is you can use a bank loan, okay? Most banks like Chase and Wells Fargo don't necessarily work with real estate investors, but if you'll go find those local banks, those local depository banks who are maybe have like 5 to 20 branches, those local banks typically they see the value in a real estate investor because we provide jobs, because we bring in X amount of dollars every month, mainly because of that. I will say here in Greensboro, North Carolina, one of those banks is Oak Ridge Bank and American National Partners. Because we bring in X amount of dollars every month into their bank, it allows them to be able to lend more. And because of that, they see us more as a partner, more like a client. So they'll do us quote unquote, I don't want to call it favors, but they'll do business with us because it helps them out to be able to lend more and make more money. Thirdly, to fund your deals, you can use your 401k or retirement account. Okay. The myth is you can't take your 401k money out, but you can use your 401k money to invest it differently. Currently, whoever is hosting your 401k, Fidelity, Vanguard, or whoever it might be, typically the typical investment is going to be into stocks. Okay. Whenever you decide, hey, I don't want to allow someone else to invest my money for me, you can move your money from a 401k to a self-directed IRA, okay, and then you choose where you invest those funds, okay, and because this goes through a real estate attorney, you'll be able to do this without many penalties and be able to grow your money faster. So you can use your 401k money to grow your retirement faster. Okay, you can also use business credit. Okay, there are several cases that I've shown you, especially on Instagram, where you can use like a City Cash credit card, or you can use an American Express card to be able to get checks. Okay, you'll be able to get checks for the amount that you have on your line of credit. Write yourself a check, put it into your bank account. Once the money's available, get a money order, take it down to the attorney's office, and to be able to close on a house. Now, this works really good, especially for those deals that you get sellers to agree to seller financing, which that is the next way we'll fund deals. Seller financing and subject to. Seller financing simply means that the seller agrees to take their profits over time and they don't have a current mortgage. Subject to means that the seller agrees to allow you to take over their existing mortgage for the sale of the property. Okay, so the deed goes into your name, but the mortgage stays into their name. And then lastly, you can raise private money or hard money. Okay. Now, private money simply means that me and you, we make a private agreement amongst ourselves, okay, at our attorney's office. Hard money is a person who works with private money individuals in order to lend their money out to other people. Okay. Now, I prefer private money because it is literally based off of the relationships that I make, not based off of somebody else's criteria that is made up. Okay. And one last bonus to fund your deals is partnerships. At the end of the day, if you can't find any of those, there's a lot of people out here who are willing to own half of the property with you and give you the money while you handle the operations versus just going on as a mortgage and being a debt partner. I just gave you all of the steps that you need to go out and start marketing for motivated sellers, okay? Get deals under contract, definitely download the free purchase agreement, and then also how to fund those deals. Now, one of my favorite ways to fund deals without any other responsibilities, I'm gonna leave a link to a video right here for you to check out. Have a blessed day. Peace.